All right. So, good morning, everyone. This is a special class today. This is my fur baby child, Shadow. So, happy Mother's Day to all the moms of humans and animals. We're doing a special Mimosa and Mom yoga class today. So I got you could just use OJ if you want, or champagne, or whatever your pleasure is. Fill up your glass if you want to not use the champagne flute. I got a little backup here with the lower glass here. So whenever you're ready and you have your glass all set to go, we'll start in a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Hopefully my cat will not try to drink my... Yep, that's exactly what she's gonna try to do. Of course, this is for you, right? Yes, okay. All right, so getting your beverage of choice, bringing it down in front of you. And we're gonna start in a comfortable cross-legged seated position, and you'll touch the thumb and index finger. This is called a mudra. It's a seal, not like the animal seal, but sealing off and closing the energy flow so that it has a place to go through the circuit and isn't just shooting out with nowhere to go. This will help release energy blockages like acupuncture through the meridians. And this particular mudra is about unified consciousness. The thumb represents pointing to me, to myself, and the finger is pointing outward to you, and we're connecting the two. So connecting us all together as one. As you extend the arms, press the back of the wrists onto your knees, sit up tall, stack the shoulders over the hips, and close your eyes. And start to breathe in and out through your nose only. Focus on your breath. As you're breathing, allow your breath to slow down and just follow it with your mind as you inhale past the tip of the nose. Feel the breath as it passes by the back of the throat, expanding into the lower abdomen first, then rib cage and chest. As you exhale, follow it out the same pathway. So many people think meditation is sitting and thinking about nothing. And that's not the case. We want to focus the mind on one single object or thought. So as we focus on the breath, that is our one single thought. We can visualize it with our mind. And even if any other thoughts from the past or the future come in through your brain as you're focused on your breath, that's okay. Don't think you're doing it wrong. Don't judge yourself or get frustrated. Just allow those thoughts to pass on by and return to focusing on your breath. Now think of one intention, one thought. It could be a goal that you want to focus on for yourself. It could be for this class, for your day, week, month, year. Just pick one intention and focus on that one goal. Set your attention on your intention. hands over your heart, placing palm over your heart, and just feel your heart beating. Feel gratitude. Connect to the emotion of feeling grateful. And pick one thing in your life that you're grateful for. Maybe you're grateful for your children, your fur babies. Maybe you're grateful for your mom, thinking about your mom on this day. Just feel that love, that gratitude, that compassion. And then flutter your eyes open. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms out and up overhead, and send that gratitude, love, and compassion up through the palms. That energy is flowing out into the world so that everyone that you visualize, the whole entire world, is feeling that love and that compassion and that gratitude in their hearts the same way you felt in your hearts. Feeling that compassion and gratitude for your mom or for your kids. Feeling the love inside your heart. Notice any sensations on the palms as you reach up, reaching to the sky. And then as you exhale, we're doing a breath called Bastrika. It's gonna revitalize your energy. So as you exhale, you breathe through the mouth and you pull down your elbows by your side. Breathe in through the nose, reach up, and breathe out as you pull down. It's a fast breath, and the pace is like this. And slowly lower your palms face up on your knees, close your eyes, and take those big, deep belly breaths again, circulating that fresh oxygen throughout your body, circulating the prana from this pranayama through the blood, energizing you. Feel any tingling sensations in the palms. Notice any other sensations throughout your body. Just connect and tune into your body as you breathe deep. So there's always so much chaos around us in the world, in our environment, our circumstances. We always want to be able to tune in and tap into ourselves, connect our mind to our body. We can do that easily through meditation or through pranayama, through the breath. So knowing it's always available to you at any moment to deeply connect and tune in to your higher self, your true self. And then fluttering the eyes open again. And reaching down for your little drink here. Have a sip. And you can hold it in your hands as you inhale, reach up, stretch tall to the sky. As you exhale, reach your right arm down, so I'll mirror you. Lengthen through your left side body, holding and balancing your drink over your head. As your left knee and hip drops to the floor, roll open left shoulder and chest. Inhale back up, take another sip. And exhale. Switching hands, reaching your right arm up and left arm lengthens out to the left side. As you exhale, stretch the right side body, roll open right shoulder and chest. Lengthen as you press your right knee and hip to the ground. Opening up, notice any sensations you feel around your low back. Feel the front, the side, the back of the hip stretch. Inhale, come back to center. And take a sip. As you exhale, release and place your glass on the floor. Bring both knees over to the right as you stagger your feet. Take a deep breath in, circling your shoulder, range of motion. I have a wall behind me, but try to circle it straight back and press your hand into the ground behind you. Back of left hand presses on outside of right thigh near your knee. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine tall. Exhale, turn, look over right shoulder. Twisting, look over left shoulder. Release, come back to center. Full knees to chest, feet together, float feet off the ground, forehead to knees. Place feet on the ground, drop knees over to the left. So you're bouncing on the left side, sit bone. Feet are staggered. Inhale, left arm up and over behind your back. So notice you don't want the hand to be far away from the body. You won't have as much leverage as if the hand and arm are aligning against your back. Press strong into the ground so it lengthens and lifts your spine. Back of right hand against your outside of leg. Turn and look over left shoulder. With each inhaling breath, you grow taller. With each exhaling breath, you twist deeper. Turn head, look over right shoulder. Everything else remains the same. And release, come back to center. Bring knees to chest, feet on the ground, forehead to knees, hold front, lift feet off the ground, engaging core. And release. So I'm on the side of my mat here. If you were following me, just come long ways on your mat here and extending your legs out in front. So staff pose is great for your posture. Bring your hands by your sides, either sides of your hips. Press strong through the triceps, extending the elbows. Stack shoulders over hips, engage core. Flexing ankles, press heels into the floor, squeeze quads. Lift and lengthen, chest up. Look straight ahead. Now, keep everything the same, just engage core, release arms forward. Holding here, hinge from the hips as you lengthen the chest and spine forward. If you can, touch your feet and then relax forward. If you can't touch your feet, there's always an option to use a strap or even a belt. If you don't have a strap at home, just grab one of your belts and wrap it underneath the soles of the feet by the balls of the feet, because we want the ankles to be flexed and we don't want to round the back. We want more length. When we extend the spine and lengthen from the hips, hinging forward, we get more hamstring awakening. So holding here, with each inhaling breath, you lengthen. With each exhaling breath, you fold. Notice the backs of the legs, your low back, mid and upper back. Relax the neck. And then slowly come up, release the strap. We're flexing the knees, planting the feet hip width apart. Sliding your hands one hand length behind you, fingers face your body. Press strong through the feet and hands, lifting up into reverse tabletop. Look up to the sky. If it's okay for your cervical spine, you can drop your head back. Keep the hips elevated to shoulder and knee height. Engage hamstrings, glutes, and back. And then slowly lower down. So we'll go through some range of motion here. Keep the feet hip width apart. Exhale, forward fold. Fold your body in half. Inhale, come up, slide hands back, press through the feet and hands, lift to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend, reverse table. Lift hips high. Exhale, fold. Deep breath in, press high to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, last one, lift. And exhale, fold. And coming up, bending knees and crossing ankles this time, rolling forward into your tabletop position. So from tabletop, we can extend our right arm and left leg out, making sure your shoulder is right over your wrist and your hip is right over your knee. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Look out. Exhale, crunch opposite elbow, opposite knee. Breathing in, extend. Breathing out, crunch in. 2 more, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. And exhale, crunching in. Dropping down, placing palms flat. Back into your tabletop. Extending left arm and right leg. Reaching. Exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Look out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Belly in towards the spine. Exhale, crunch. Nice strong core. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Let's do one more. Reach it out, lengthen. Crunch it in and release back down to your tabletop. Walk your hands 1 hand length forward and just circle your entire body out in a dancing line. And here you can just kind of do whatever you want, and you can pause in any one position. You can circle through all the joints, lubricating joints of the knees, the hips, wrists, shoulders, maybe even getting into the elbows a little, and the ankles. You can circle reverse direction, go back, circling, pausing in any areas that you feel you need to. Anything that's a little stuck, you can shift side to side. And then coming back to center. Tuck the toes, lift the knees off the ground, hover your belly by your thighs, extend elbows, turbo dog, and slowly straighten legs. Stay high on your heels. Don't allow your shoulders to shift forward over wrists. Push through the fingertips and shift weight back so shoulders are behind wrists. Even if you need to bend your knees, that's fine. You don't have to touch your heels to the ground. But eventually working those knees straight, pressing heels to the floor, shifting back, first downward dog. Demonstrating one knee at a time, pedal out your feet, shifting your hips side to side. A little salsa dance here, or merengue. Just move your hips, opening up side to side, bending and straightening. And then feel what's called a hand lock, hasta bandha. You're dropping your heels, you're pushing weight back. You're pressing in 3 contact points. Heel of your hand, where the fingers meet the hand joint, and the tips of your fingers. So you have a little bit of a cupping sensation. Fingers are spread and you're strong and grounded through your hand. Now slowly walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart. You can measure 2 fist distance between. Grab opposite elbows and hang heavy. Rock side to side. Forward and back. Allow all the weight to shift towards the balls of the feet to lengthen the hamstrings. Release tension from the neck, traps, the shoulders. Just hang heavy here. Release your arms, tuck your chin to your throat, and roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to standing. Allow your head to come up last, roll the shoulders down and back. Feel grounded through your feet. Bring your feet all the way together, press palms in center of chest. We'll go through our sun salutation A. So this is a level 1 class, so I'll go slow and give you some modifications for the sun salutation. Inhale, circle arms up overhead, arch back, look at thumbs. Exhale, flat back, hinge forward. Inhale, look out and lengthen your spine. Bend your knees, plant palms, and step back to plank. If you need to, you can drop to your knees and lower your body to the ground. Otherwise, go from plank and lower as slowly as you can to the ground. Then slide up and through to a cobra pose. Your elbows can be bent, shoulders down and back, lift the chest, lengthen the neck, squeeze shoulder blades together. Shift back on knees, tuck toes, exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe for 5 deep, slow breaths here. If you ever need to, you can come to child's pose and take 5 breaths here, forehead to the ground. You can also release your arms down by your side. When you're breathing these 5 breaths, try to make a sound as the breath passes by the back of your throat. So it's a slight throat restriction, just like fogging up a mirror with your exhale breath through the mouth. It's the same muscles contracting. The throat constricts, but you're just exhaling through the nose. Ujjayi breath is typically what we do throughout the entire yoga class, is the type of breath we use. And it has that sound like waves of the ocean. It helps build your immune system, keep your lungs nice and strong. And from your downward facing dog, so if you're in child's pose, come back to downward dog, look between your hands, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, look out, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, arms out like airplane wings. Inhale, arch up and back. Exhale, hands to chest. Sun salutation B. Inhale to chair pose. So you're squatting down, your knees and ankles are touching. Look at thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look out, lengthen with a flat back. Bend knees, plant palms, step back to plank. Again, you can lower to knees if you need to, or lower down from plank and go through that same yoga flow, pressing into a downward dog. Then step your right foot forward, ground your left heel 45 degrees, and press up to a warrior one. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale, come down and through your yoga flow. Maybe you're more advanced and you want to do a four-limb staff pose and an upward facing dog. That's fine. From down dog, step left foot forward, ground right heel 45. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one, look at thumbs. Exhale, come down to plank and lower through your yoga flow. Coming into downward facing dog or child's pose for 5 breaths. While you're breathing, see if you can refocus your mind on your intention and not let any thoughts of past or future come in, but just being here right now in the present moment. Focusing on your intention, on your breath. Connecting mind to body. Slowly come back to down dog if you are in a child's pose. Look between your hands, step, walk, or try to jump to the top of the mat. When you land, inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend knees, sweep arms up into chair pose. Inhaling And then exhale, coming to standing. Breathing. So grab your drink and take a sip. A nice sun salutation, bring some energy in. Our bright orange juice, orange sun, or whatever you're drinking, maybe water. So from the top of the mat, you can hold your drink in your right hand. I'm wearing you. Step out with your left foot. Pivot both toes to face the front. Hold your drink in your hand as you inhale, reach forward, lengthen. As you exhale, keeping it steady, hinge from the hips and place your drink on the ground in front of you. Place your right palm in right behind your drink. Look up at your left hand and twist. Twist your spine. Notice the inside of your right thigh. Inner thigh, groin is stretching. The hips are opening. Now square the hips down, so shift to the right. Notice you feel more twist through the spine, through the mid-back. Exhale, switch. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up. Look up at right hand. Feel the left inner thigh. Shift more weight forward towards the balls of the feet, and then shift hips over to the left. Squaring off. Exhale, coming back down. Holding on to your drink, extending and lifting. Press strong through the feet as you inhale, reaching all the way up, arch back. As you exhale, take a sip. Pivot right toes open to the front of your mat. Hold on to your drink in your left hand as you bend into right knee, extend into your warrior two. Look past your right fingertips and come down onto rest right elbow to inner thigh. Lift left arm up to the sky. Look up at your drink in your side angle. You can also lengthen bicep by the ear, but be careful not to spill. If you're flexible enough, reach your right hand to the ground and widen your stance, sinking hips lower and deeper, opening up the hips. Another option is to use a block. If you have one, you can also use a folded blanket, a book, a pillow. It elevates the ground for you so you have a little better time aligning if you're a little tighter and not as flexible to go deep. So props are your friend. Don't think it's like a crutch or a handicap. It's really helping you get deeper into the pose with the proper alignment. Inhale, use your core strength to come back to warrior two, and then circle your drink up to meet the right hand, pass it off, back into warrior, look towards your glass, take a sip. Extend. Now exalting, we reach forward slightly, hinging, and then left hand walks down the back of left leg, right arm reaches to the sky. Don't come out of that bent right knee. Sink down deeper. Look up at your glass, arching and feel that beverage reach past your head so you feel a side body stretch. Challenge yourself, reach your left arm behind your back. Wrap it behind, sink a little deeper. Release, come back to center, straighten both legs. So right knee is now straightened, and pass that drink back, lifting arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, back down. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, tilt, triangle pose. Right hand on the ground or on a block, align with your ankle. Left arm stacking over shoulder and over right arm. So you have that nice triangle shape here. It's all about geometry. Roll open that left rib cage. Breathe. Feel the hips move forward towards this direction toward me, not forward towards the front of the mat, but towards the side. Hip flexors extending. Look up, engage your core, and float all the way back to standing. And step up to the top of the mat, take a sip. You can set your drink on the ground or on a little shelf. We'll go through our yoga flow. Inhale, circle arms overhead, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look out, lengthen, plant palms, bend knees, step walk, or try a jump if you're ready for that. Lower down, hover, hold, or go to the ground. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, child's pose, or downward facing dog, and breathe. Again, recover here, return to your breath. Feel your heart rate. Is your heart beating faster? Just feel it slowing down with each breath. Make that sound with the breath as it passes by your throat. Bottom of next exhale. If you're in child's pose, come to downward facing dog. Look between your thumbs, bend your knees. You can step up, walk up, or try to jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive all the way to standing. Arch back and exhale to chest. All right, let's do the other side. So you can step out the same direction or you can step out the opposite direction. I'm just gonna face you because it's easier for you to tell what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and step out again to the side with my left foot at the back of my mat now. And from here, we're gonna pivot the left toes towards the back of the mat. Right toes can slightly be in on a 45-degree angle or parallel. And we're coming into our warrior two with the drink in your right hand. Left knee is bent. Look past your left fingertips. Staying nice and low here in your warrior two. Roll open that left upper thigh bone so you feel the hips opening up. Sink a little deeper. Breathe. Aligning hands with shoulders. That's what's also nice about these computer screens, because you can see your form and your alignment and see what you need to do to adjust. So coming down to your side angle, again, you can use a block. You can rest on your thigh here and reach your right arm up to the sky, or maybe you can reach your left hand all the way to the ground if you have the flexibility. Drop the hips lower, push that left knee open. Look up at your right hand. You can also lengthen bicep over here, but this one's a little tricky, challenging you not to spill your drink. Side angle pose. Engage your core and press all the way back up to warrior two. Inhale, arms lift, passing your drink over to your left hand. Exhale, come back to your warrior two. Take a sip. Extending, arms out, reach forward, hinge from the hips. Keep this left knee bent, don't come out of it, stay low. Reach the right hand back down the outside of your back leg, that right hamstring and down into the calf even. Look up at your left hand, sink a little deeper. Breathe, maybe challenge yourself and wrap your right arm behind your back. Feeling that left leg activating, getting stronger in the quad and the hamstring. Going back to warrior two and straighten both legs. Inhale, arms reach up, pass your drink to your right hand. Exhale, come down. Inhale, hinge forward from the hips. Exhale, tilt, triangle pose. Again, you can use a block or press to the ground with your hand. Another option is to press into your shin. But our main goal and focus is to stack your right hand with your drink on top of right shoulder, on top of left shoulder, on top of left wrist. So making that nice, perfect line. Roll open right shoulder and rib cage, looking up. For your triangle, engage core. Inhale, press into the feet. Come all the way up, use the obliques, and bring your hands together. Take a sip. Pivot both toes to face the front. Heel toe your feet in twice. So you're coming in closer. Your heels are still close in and toes 45 degrees outward. Take a deep breath in, reaching arms up, arching back, hips move forward. Exhale, squat down, nice and low, into your garland pose. So getting deep here. So your feet are closer. You're not so wide. You can wiggle down a little bit here. Shifting into the hips, push your knees open with your elbows. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Wiggling it down, wiggling it down. Feel those hips open as you look up. Lift your chin and throat to the sky. As you look forward, take a sip. Place your drink on the floor. Press your palms together, creating more leverage to open up those knees and hips. Breathe. And then slowly, you can, if you want to practice a crow pose, you can. I'm not going to teach it today, but if you like, you can shift forward and lift 1 foot at a time, because that is more level 1. If you do know crow and you want to try it, by all means. Otherwise, we'll just stay in our garland pose. If you are trying crow and you are able to shift forward and lift both feet up, you can even work the knees up behind the triceps by the armpits, and that's more of a crane pose and more advanced. But if you're ready to try, it's what we do more in our level 2 classes. So coming back down into garland if you're in crow, and we're gonna open the hips a little deeper. So you can move your drink off to the side. You can stay width-wise open on your side of your mat. It's a little better on the inside of the knees. Or if you have a pillow you want to use, because this can put a lot of pressure on the insides of the knees. So coming into frog, widening your knees past your hips, past your shoulders, toes point out to the side, ankles flex, and coming down to forearms. Push your weight back. So I'll show you from a different angle so you can see. Using a pillow. We want to slide the knees wide, come down to forearms, keeping back parallel, and then pushing back your hips, pushing back your weight here. Breathe. Relax your head down, neck is relaxing. Breathe. And you're pushing back all your weight. So now to get a little deeper here, we're gonna inhale, hinge forward, widening your knees a little more. So widening your knees, hinge forward, and then exhale, push back. Getting deeper, relax your head, lower your head down, breathe, relax your neck. Now slowly hinge forward. Bring your big toes together to touch behind you. Walk your hands all the way up. Sit on your heels, so legs are wide. take your hands and roll open your thighs. Roll open the hips. It's like giving yourself a little massage here. Roll open by the hip flexors. Just massage out the legs. Roll open all the way up from internally to externally. You're just opening, massaging. Now bring your hands behind you. Lift your hips, drop your head back. Press palms into the ground, fingers facing you. This should feel really good. Nice hip extension, back extension after that. All those warriors and frog pose we did. And then coming back down. Bring your knees together. Pressing back and up into your downward facing dog. If you like, you can go through another yoga flow. Otherwise, just from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg up to the sky, then straighten the knee, stack the hip, and then shifting forward into your pigeon pose, aligning right knee to right wrist and foot to left wrist. As you tuck your left toes, slide the knee back further. Press into the ground, lift chest, inhale, look up. Feel the extension of the left hip flexor first, and then exhale, walking all the way down, forehead to the ground, relax. You can do any version of pigeon that you know. You can do a pigeon twist, you can do arms out like airplane wings, arms extended. Just get into your deepest, relaxing pigeon. Close your eyes and breathe. Allow your body to sink down into the ground and just let go. Completely surrender into your mat. With each inhale breath, lengthen. With each exhale breath, let go and sink down deeper. Just release and relax. No resistance, and ease into the pose with your breath. Slowly start to walk your hands back up towards your body, towards your shin. And you have a couple options here. You can either press back into a three-legged tabletop or a three-legged downward dog. So when you press your fingers and palms in, tuck your left toes. You can bend your knee and shift back, opening up right hips, circling in three-legged tabletop, or tucking and lifting left knee and three-legged down dog. Either way, we need to circle out that right hip in both directions. And then extend it down. And either you can choose to do another yoga flow if you like, or just come from your tabletop or your down dog and bring your left leg up into pigeon. Tucking right toes, scoot that right leg back behind you. So it's more important, I'll show you from this angle. It's more important to square this right hip down than it is to keep the shin parallel to the top of the mat. So I'd rather you angle it down but be able to drop your right hip than to have it up higher but have your hip open. So take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine, look up, and as you exhale, just melt your chest and belly down into your mat, coming into your pigeon on the left side. As you settle in, close your eyes and visualize you're breathing into your hip. I know that's physically impossible, but just use your mind to visualize as you inhale the breath, moving into the glute muscle, all the muscles surrounding your hip. And as you breathe out, that breath attaches to any negative emotions, any tension and tightness you're holding on to, anything that doesn't serve you for your highest good. And each breath out, you exhale and pull all that negative energy out. With your exhaling breath, it leaves your body. So visualize that with your mind. And then slowly begin to walk your hands back up towards your shin. And as you press into the ground, just do the same thing you did on your first side. If you came up to your three-legged table or your three-legged downward facing dog, just go ahead and circle that left hip and knee in both directions, whether you're in three-legged table or three-legged down dog, opening it up, stacking the hip, lifting if you're in down dog. And then coming back down, you can jump to a seated position, and we're grabbing a prop, a pillow or a block, whatever you have. And I'll show you from this angle, it's a little easier. So if you're extending your right leg and bending your left knee back behind you. So the heel of the foot is aligned with the heel or the hip. So the top of the foot is on the ground, toes point behind you. You can stay here. You don't need a prop, but it's so much better for your hips. Take the block or pillow, lift up your right sit bone, so it's on the right side. You're only sitting, elevating your hips, sitting on the right side only. And now take a deep breath in, reaching arms up. Exhale, fold over your right leg, forehead to knee. This pose is amazing for sciatica, really helps relieve pressure on that sciatic nerve. And you can again use your strap if it's too intense. You can have your strap under the ball of the right foot and keep the ankle flex, lengthen and pull. Release. Sitting up, nice and tall, take a sip of your drink. And switch sides. So left leg extends forward. You're switching the block or pillow onto the underneath the left sit bone now. So you're elevating the left sit bone, which is the extended leg, and your right knee bends. The foot comes behind you, so I'll show you from the side. So the heel is aligned with your hip. The toes point back, top of shin and foot are on the ground. That's where you're at with that bent knee. And then we inhale, lift, and lengthen over that left leg, forehead to knee. Again, if you need your strap, you can pull yourself with that strap as you lengthen and pull. Forehead to knee. Feeling your low back, your QL, helping take pressure off that sciatic nerve, relieving some pain and tension in the back. Slowly come up, take a sip of your drink. And then remove your block. How are all the moms doing out there with your drink, beverage, mimosa mom yoga? Are we doing good? I still have quite a bit left here actually. It's not as crazy intense as our pure yoga. So coming back into the center of your mat. If you like, you can hold the backs of your legs. Come up into your boat pose, engaging the core. Release your hands if you feel ready, but keep the spine long and tall, lifting the chest, lengthening, engaging the core. If you want to challenge yourself, extend the knees and squeeze the quads. Look up. Keep that spine long and lengthened. And slowly come down halfway, arms overhead, into your canoe pose. Hover, hold, hollow out the belly. And then release. Extend arms overhead in the opposite direction of your toes, lengthening the body. And then bending the knees, placing the feet flat on the ground, hip width apart. Start to roll the hips up to the sky. Maybe you can touch your heels with your hands. Maybe interlace fingers for your bridge pose. Extending elbows, pinkies touch the floor. Back of head is pressing into the ground, neck is long. Slowly releasing down to the ground. Hug knees to chest, rock side to side. You can come into your knees stacked variation of a twist, which is a little more gentle. So for example, if I drop both knees to the left, my right knee stacks directly on top of my left. You can also extend the bottom leg down. That left leg can extend down on your mat, and you can twist your right knee up a little higher that way. So it's a little deeper twist. You just want to scoot to where you're directly on the outside of your left hip. Extend your right arm out, turn towards right fingers, drop right shoulder to the ground, and breathe. Breathe into your spinal muscles, hydrating the disc, helping to squeeze out any toxins. center. You can scoot your hips square, flatten your back, pull that right knee into your chest. And then pull both knees into your chest. So again, you can choose to stack the knees. It's more of a gentle twist, or you can extend that bottom leg and go a little deeper. Reach your left arm out, extending and dropping left shoulder to the ground. As you twist knees to the right or just left knee over to the right, you can assist with your right hand in lowering the knees to the ground. Feel the length through the left fingertips as you breathe. Twisting helps your digestive system. So as we come back to center, we're going to square off the hips, press the low back flat, pull both knees in or just left knee first, and then both knees. Rock side to side. Place palms on knees, circle knees together clockwise, circling on the sacrum. Reverse direction, counterclockwise, going from tailbone to hip, low back to other hip to tailbone, big circles. Come back to center, bring bottoms of feet together, knees wide, elbows bent at 90-degree angles, palms face up. So the hands are up over your head as your elbows are bent, aligned with your shoulders. Your reclining bound angle, allow gravity to do the work here as you feel the knees sink down to the ground, slowly releasing and relaxing with each breath and the help of gravity. Opening the hips and the inner thighs. Slowly, when you're ready, start to extend your legs out for your final relaxation pose. Bring your arms 6 inches away from your body, down by your sides, roll the shoulder blades under, palms face up. Feel the neck long, let the toes fall out to the side. With your eyes closed, return to your intention, return to your breath. Don't try to force or manipulate the breathing in any way. Just breathe naturally and normally. As you take those deep, slow breaths, feel your body relaxing, releasing, letting go. With each and every breath, you sink down, down deeper and deeper into total relaxation. toes and your fingers. Feeling the belly and chest move up and down with each inhaling and exhaling breath. Feeling the wrists and the ankles circle. And eventually making your way onto your right side as you roll over onto your side and pause here for a moment. And slowly, whenever you're ready, you can press up to your comfortable cross-legged seated position with the palms facing up for opening and receiving, or face down for grounding. And close your eyes, sitting up tall. And just breathing. Feel your posture. Notice how you feel. Notice if you're feeling energized yet relaxed. And just remembering some beautiful quotes today about mothers. A mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take. A mother's love for her child is like nothing else in the world. It knows no law, no pity, no boundaries. It dares all things and crushes down remorselessly all that stands in its path. There's no way to be a perfect mother and a million ways to be a good one. So thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy your Mother's Day, and especially to all the brand new moms like Lauren, whose first Mother's Day is tomorrow. That's really exciting and awesome, and just enjoy every moment. Enjoy this amazing time journey with your kids. It's a beautiful thing. Maybe I'll know one day, but I know about my cat. That's it. I was like, that's a strong bond in love too. So take a deep breath in, bring your arms up overhead, press your palms together. Exhale, hands to chest. And thank you so much. Namaste. Love you all. Cheers. Take a sip. Happy Mother's Day.